Welcome to Online Humanities 1301. Glad to have you in this course this semester. There are some changes, while things are taking place, popping up. I'm trying to avoid those. We do have several changes for the course this year. As you can see right here, the textbook is now Cultures and Values by Lawrence Cunningham, John Reich, and Lois Bickner-Rathis. This is a 2-volume textbook covering a total of 23 chapters. It is available at our TVCC bookstore. When you buy it from the bookstore, you will get a loose leaf version of the textbook, which you'll need to put to the binder, or not if you choose not to. And you will also receive a link to Cengage's Mind Tab and also to an ebook. So you'll have that information online. If you want a different kind of book, if you want an actual book, you can contact Cengage and get that taken care of. The textbook is going to be offered through the Cengage Unlimited offer. So if you have other courses which offer textbooks from Cengage, you'll find that you only have to pay one price. And that way you'll get all your books from that are Cengage associated for the one price. This is a way that we decided to go in order to reduce costs for you as students. Textbooks were being a bit pricey. There were several new editions coming out for books that we've looked at, and the cost was going to be a little high this year. So we went with Cengage. What I have done for you is link the course through MindTap and Cengage so that when you click on the modules, as it notes here, and give it time as it shows up, you'll have your Start Here module. And again, forgive me for that always popping up. The Start Here module is where you have to begin, as always, and it just takes you through the course, including the syllabus, the course schedule, a few other details, such as an article about why study humanities, what it offers, and then the Start Here quiz, which you must complete this module before you can move on to the next one. I'll close this now, and you'll see that there's the Humanities Toolbox. This is from Cengage MindTap, and when you click on it, it takes you to a screen where it asks you to load the toolbox in a new window. For each of the Cengage links I have provided for you within any of the modules, you'll always see this bar saying load whatever the module may be. In this case, when you click on this, it will take you to Cengage's webpage. You'll see it's gateway.cengage.com. If you have not signed up with Cengage before, you will have to establish an account with it. You will give them your email address, you'll choose a password, and then also you'll have a code in your MindTap part of the books that you buy. There'll be a code that they'll also ask you to log in with. I already have signed in, of course, because I've done this. But this is what the toolbox does: how to use Questia, and Questia is available off to the side menu. You'll see over here, different ones here. That's the Questia image. But it'll tell you how to use Questia, which is a research device. And once you click on it, this is what you get. Different details there, which is very useful. You'll also have available for you underneath the toolbox how to plan and develop a paper and how to evaluate sources. That will come in useful for you when you're going to be working on the 2 major essays that you'll be asked to write this time. I'm going to go back to our modules and show you again how these are set up. Give it just a moment as it links. I'll close this one. If I can get this to close, there you go, close. I have everything set up by weeks. For week 1, it will concern chapter 1, so you'll have details I have provided. The next few here are going to be the material from Cengage. You can click on this, and it'll take you again to a bar. They'll ask you to, again, take you to the Cengage gateway. You'll load up everything at first, and then it will go to the preview itself. Just give it a few minutes to allow everything to load. Again, it depends on how quickly your internet works. Mine's a little slow. You'll see it shows you everything right here, and then now it goes to the preview. And again, that will show here in just a moment. Depending upon, again, the speed of your internet connection. Mine tends to be a little slow, but eventually here it comes. And there it is, chapter preview. You can take notes on this, you can highlight parts, You can change the font style if you want a little bit larger. You can have it read to you if you want to have it read to you, so you have options within this one. And basically all this does is just tell you what to anticipate and to know for the next part what you're going to do in the rest of the chapter. I'm going to close this now, go back to the module, and again give it a moment as everything gets reloaded. The preview and this part would just take you to the reading for the chapter, and every time you see a chapter and whatever it shows after that is the title, that just takes you again to the textbook. You click here, the bar shows, takes you to the reading of the chapter. Again, this is just so through Canvas you can actually access anything that is available through MindTap and in your ebook or in your physical book. You do not have to go to these to see this material. This is, again, I'll show you the entire detail here, and then it's going to click to this part where it's going to go to the actual chapter. Again, bear with it just a moment as it loads. You'll see over here that it does say Chapter 1 Beginnings. And again, it'll load here. My connection tends to be a little slow at times, but it gradually will make an appearance. There it is. And you'll see down again the details here that are offered. This is simply the pages in your textbook so that you can actually read the textbook without having to go to this. It also shows you all the different images, the different pictures. You can just click on these and I'll call that one up. Again, give it just a moment for that to access. It just takes a little while for these images to load. Again, depending upon how quick your internet access actually is. Mine tends to be a little slow for trying to upload some of these details. But the information is all over here. And there's the image of the mammoth bone hunt that is available. That's 1500 BCE. And so you'll see that this information is all there for you in Canvas, so that if you don't have your textbook with you or you don't have your ebook access for some reason, I have provided those for you here through Canvas. And hopefully it's all going to work. It's supposed to be linked. Our course is supposed to be linked for you. But you don't necessarily have to look at these. You can actually look at the book that you buy that will come with you, that loose leaf. You can look at through the ebook that you can download to your device. These are flashcards, again, that are available. This is the PowerPoint, the number of slides that are available. You can download it here. It will also show up here in Canvas. You can see it's loading. Again, it may take a little while for my system to load it. My home system's a little slow, but it does eventually work. You can actually also download it, and I'll click on the download, and it shows the same situation here. It's taking a little time for that to download. Less than a minute now, 58 seconds. Again, it just takes a little while for this to happen. But these slides go along with Chapter 1, showing you all the images that are in the book. So again, if you have your book with you, you can look at all those, read the details underneath it. As you can tell, it takes a little while for this to load. There are a number of pictures, and so those files tend to be a little large at times. There's a number of these images. And these are available for each chapter, and I have it set up in that way. And again, just a few more seconds will show you what these look like. Here, I'll go ahead and open it this way. Bear with us. It does take a little while for this to load. Again, this is what it looks like, and what it provides for you is a slideshow of the details here, where you can see the different images, and each one of these images are actually, there's the bone hunt again that I just showed you previously. These are all images that are in the book. They're also available online, but it will give you some other details and let you see how that looks. So you can follow along that way. Within the modules, what I have done for you for your modules, I've set it up by week. And each week will cover 1 or 2 chapters individually. again, bear with us as it gets there. So week 1 is over chapter 1. And I have also placed underneath each of the units, each of the modules, I have posted other information, additional videos, some other details. For instance, this is some new discoveries in Egypt that came out recently. And again, if you click on that, it will take you to this particular one, and it says it's not found anymore. Okay, I'll have to update that link. I'll try to find out what happened to it. It was working. I'd made sure that each one was working earlier, but sometimes they do not stay with us. The link will change for some way. But these are different information. For instance, this is about the tomb of Gilgamesh. And again, if you click on this, this will take you to the BBC News. And they believe they have found the lost tomb of King Gilgamesh, the subject of the epic, probably one of the first epics in the oldest book in history, as it just said there. So you have these details added for each of the units. So week 1 covers chapter 1. Week 2 is going to cover chapters 2 and 3. Both are dealing with Greece. And you'll see again the previews and the readings and the flashcards. Again, these will take you out to Cengage, to MindTap. You get the same information if you just look through your book, but I want to give you that option there. So we have those details. This is a little bit of a review over chapter 2, just some of the highlights, some of the details of the information that's contained within chapter 2. Actually, also a little bit of chapter 3 as well. But just give you some ideas to think about as you read through those couple of chapters. So that's useful for you, I hope. That's why they're provided. Again, as you go through each chapter, what you have available for you after you complete the Start Here module, for each chapter, for each week, you'll have details that are offered. Under the Start Here module, you'll find the syllabus and the course schedule. And when you look at the course schedule, it will show you that under week 1, you have a reading quiz over chapter 1. For week 2, there's a reading quiz that will cover chapters 2 and 3. Some of the quizzes will be over 1 chapter, some will be over 2. It just depends how it's set up. Each quiz will consist of 20 multiple choice questions, whether it's over 1 chapter or 2. It will be completed online. What I have set up for you, and again, I'll show you this as this finishes loading up. It takes just a little while. Under week 1, you have the reading quizzes here. So each assignment, every graded assignment, reading quizzes, essays, and exams are actually all going to be taken through Canvas. You will not need to go to MindTap to take any exercises or activities. If you go there and it says there's an activity, you can just ignore that one. All the quizzes are going to be set up within this particular chapter week, whatever that chapter may be. You'll see again, here's the reading quiz for chapter 6 and 7, which is due at the end of week 5. Each of the modules, each of the weeks will open as you complete one, so that this first week is open available for you now. And as soon as you get through week 1, you'll be able to move on into week 2, then from there to week 3, etc. Again, the essays have an opening here. I have not published it yet because they're not due yet. The exams also are not due yet, so they're not published. You won't be seeing those. But I will have these available here, and you'll receive reminders when each one is due. If you go back and look at the course schedule, you'll see that the first major test is going to be at the end of week 4, and we'll cover chapters 1 through 4, the ones that you will actually have covered week 1, 2, and 3, and then you'll have this test. It'll open up early in that week and will be available to the end of week 4. The first major essay is going to cover chapters 5 through 9, so you'll be not tested over those. The fact that you'll be writing an essay over a topic that's connected to chapters 5 through 9. It will not necessarily be all of that information. It may be a very specific topic over one of the particular chapters. Then you'll see the reading quizzes that come up. And again, you have a second exam over chapters 10 through 14, so the exams are limited. The second major essay comes in at week 12 and covers chapters 15 through 19. So it picks up where the second exam covered and continues from there. And then that essay comes in during week 13. And in the last couple of weeks of the semester, which our semester supposedly is 16 weeks, but fully isn't. But your last exam will cover chapters 20 through 24, so 4 chapters there. So your exams basically cover 4 chapters at a time, 1 through 4. This one covers 5, 10 through 14, and then 20 through 23, 4. So either 4 or 5 chapters are covered in the exam. The essays also will cover 5 chapters at a time. So we'll cover all that detail in that way. If you have any questions or any issues, any problems, you can again go back to our modules under the start here. You'll see that we have important information for the course. If you need technical support, you can click on there and find out help. If you have issues with the Cengage aspect, you can contact me or contact Cengage. Also, this Monday, that's tomorrow, if you're watching this on Monday, it'll be tonight, from 4:30 to 6:30 in the gymnasium there on campus in Athens, we are having a meet and greet time for students. If you want to come in and meet with me, I will be there to see if I can answer any questions, or if you just want to say hello, you're perfectly invited to come in and see us at that time. I hope everything is going well for you. I hope the semester will go well. Again, if issues arise with MindTap, keep in mind all your work actually is in Canvas itself. So the reading quizzes will be taken within Canvas, essays will be submitted through Canvas, and the exams will be set up through Canvas. You will not have to do any of the work actually in MindTap itself. That's just a resource for you to go look at the ebook, look at the information. And otherwise, consult your textbook, the loose leaf that you'll have, consult the information that I've posted for you as well. I'm looking forward to a good semester. I hope everything will go well. Again, I look forward to seeing some of you Monday evening from 4:30 to 6. And I will be posting videos throughout the semester. Sometimes I'll be recording my face-to-face classes and posting those videos. Sometimes I'll be doing videos along this line to post them for you. Again, I'm looking forward to a good semester.